What's up, Conquerors? Welcome to the Conquer Spirit podcast, where we talk about all things conquering. Why? Because you were made by God to conquer. You were called to subdue the land. You were called to take land. You were called to be a conqueror and not a coward. And there's too many men out there who have become cowards. So this podcast is meant to encourage you, sharpen you up, lift you up, maybe even impart some knowledge in your life that you would understand who you are to God. You are a conqueror. I want to talk about something today that I believe is the key to winning and losing. It's the key to success and failure, guys. This is a huge, huge topic. It's called consistency. Friends, you can win or lose by what you consistently do or do not do. If you consistently make bad decisions, guess what's going to happen to your life? Sounds like common sense. If you consistently drink alcohol, if you consistently smoke cigarettes, what do you think the desired outcome is going to be? Exactly. It's not going to end well for you. But what if I told you that if you consistently made healthy choices, you consistently started implementing healthy decisions in your life, what do you think is going to happen? See, this is why it's so important that we understand that consistency is something that as men, if we do nothing consistently, then we get nothing in return. But if we consistently do good things happen in our lives. This is where a consistent, healthy routine is so important. I was talking to a friend today, and love my brother, and we were talking about, things just aren't going well in his life, and he wants to get out of his situation. He wants to move into a different area. There's a number of things that he wants in life that are really good things. But we started to talk about, well, what are you consistently doing in order to get those things? And the answer was nothing. He's not consistently working out a plan to move out of where he's at. He's not consistently figuring out where to go find a Christian wife. And as a result, he's getting what he's putting in. Guys, there's so many of us men who we're good at consistency, even by default. Like I said, if you do nothing consistently, nothing's going to happen. But we are prone to the flesh. We are prone to failure. We are prone to take the easy route. We are prone to comfort. And if we do nothing, we are taking the road of comfort. And if we do that on a daily basis, guess what? We are consistently getting comfortable to the point where we get the desired result. Guys, if you are serious about your life, you have to get consistently serious about certain things in your life. Again, my big 7 things are this, guys. My big 7 are faith, family, fitness, finances, friendships, freedom, and future. These are 7 things that if you consistently put your mind, your effort, your energy into, you're going to thrive. If you neglect these 7 things, guess what? You're going to die. You're not going to see productivity. You're not going to see abundance in these areas. Men, think about marriage for a second. Marriage isn't easy, but if you consistently make the wrong decisions in marriage, and what are those decisions? Well, if you're hanging out too much with your friends and not spending enough quality time with your wife, eventually she's going to grow bitter and resentful. If you're consistently, implementing pornography in your marriage, guess what? You're going to look at your wife differently. But what if you consistently put that effort and quality time into your relationship? Well, then you're going to get the desired result. And what if you consistently stayed away from that garbage called porn? All of a sudden, your wife is the beauty of your attraction, right? You're attracted to her more. Guys, consistency can either allow you to win the battle or lose the battle. I don't have it all figured out, but I do know that there is a man who exists who has been consistent throughout his life. And it's a little bit of a play on who God is. It's Jesus, God wrapped in human flesh. And Jesus was consistent. He was consistent in his faith. He was consistent in his mission. He was consistent in his vision. He was consistent in who he represented to the world and to people. When you thought about Jesus, you knew exactly who you were dealing with. He's that miracle worker who loves people. He loves tax collectors and sinners and prostitutes. He consistently showed what he was about, and he put the action. That's the thing about Jesus, guys, is he consistently puts in the effort and the energy and the action because that's who he is. And if you're complaining right now about your life, I want you to sit down right now, get a piece of paper, and start to write down what are the things you are consistently doing right now. It could be drinking alcohol. It could be partying. It could be watching television. What are you consistently doing every day? And I want you to think about that using what's called common sense, which we know isn't very common these days, where that's going to lead you if you consistently do those things. Guys, I remember one of the biggest consistent tests that I had to undergo was getting in shape. If you met me almost 1 year ago, I weighed 240 pounds and I was about 40% body fat. And then I consistently started working out. I consistently started eating better. I consistently started taking action. And when I did that, I got the desired result. I got down to 195 pounds and 12% body fat because I consistently implemented good things in my life. Friends, if you're struggling, it's because you are consistently implementing vices or bad behaviors, and you're going to need to replace those bad behaviors with good ones. Or you can just forget all about it and live your life and be whoever you're going to be. But if you're called to conquer, it's about time you embraced who you are and what God made you to be. God wants you to conquer in your marriage. He wants you to conquer in your fitness, in your finances, in your friendships, and all these aspects of life. But none of it is going to happen unless you are consistent. Friends, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment. Please subscribe, share. Just whatever you do, remember that you were made to conquer. So keep conquering and be consistent.